And now we are moments away from the kickoff. The athletes and coaches sit in the locker room waiting. Some say this is only a game, but today it's not. It's more. It's a culmination of hundreds of hours of hard work. Both teams have prepared. Both stand ready. Both knew in their hearts it would come down to this game. Michigan versus Ohio State. Two great football powers. Two teams rich in football tradition. Two states with fierce competitive pride. Emotion will be a factor today. The clock is running out. Only one team will walk off this field and go on to the Rose Bowl. Only one. Today from Ohio Stadium, Columbus, Ohio, ABC Sports presents the Wolverines of Michigan against the Ohio State Buckeyes in the Big Ten showdown for the Rose Bowl. For so many years, the powers of the Big Ten, Michigan and Ohio State, battling for a Rose Bowl berth. Following a Michigan punt, no score in the game, freshman Giesler from midfield, first down. Rick Volley.
Fritz and Ferguson really blocked them out, the left guard and left tackle of the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Now from the 29 of Michigan, there's no score. Donnelly, 47 in motion. About 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Good balance by Rick Volley of Lynchburg, Virginia. Curtis Greer finally stopped number 23 in era. He is looking super today. All right, it's a first down for the Buckeyes. Donnelly in motion again. The deepest penetration, and the freshman Giesler knifes his way inside the 15 near the 10. No score. We have 2:48 left in the first quarter. It's second down and approximately 5. Donnelly again to the far side. And his feet went out from under him. Giesler and Simpkins was right there. You can see him standing over, number 40. And down at the bottom was number 95, Curtis Greer.
Giesler just slipped and fell, and of course it brings up a third down. There it is again.
Springs. Michigan's defense, you see number 595, Curtis Greer jumping on up and down because the defense stopped him short of the first down, as the line of scrimmage now will be approximately 13 with a fourth down and 5. Kites of Columbus, number 55, stop number 23 in red, Ron Springs. So now Appa is in again, Era, here in the first quarter, his second field goal attempt. The spot is a 19, plus the 10 of the end zone, a 29-yard try on an angle.
The sidewiner, it's always tough from the right hash mark. He got this one in.
Castagnola held, and it's good. Ohio State, the underdog, takes a 3-0 lead after marching 37 yards. There's Coach Woody Hayes, not in his shirt sleeves today. The temperature is 40 degrees.
Well, as he's aged, you know, he's got to get a little warmer. He used to come out here when it was 20 degrees in shirt sleeves, but Woody has gotten a little smarter as he's gotten older.
Does that happen, Era?
Yes, it is. I can testify to that.
I guess I can, too. Fortunately, we have foot heaters here in our booth 98 feet above Ohio Stadium. Second down and 10 for the Wolverines. Here's lefty Leach. Beautifully thrown to Doug Marsh, whom we told you to watch early in this game. Number 80, we saw him against Notre Dame. He is an absolute perfectionist on pass patterns, and what a pair of hands.
He's really an outstanding football player, and the thing that made this play go, Leach fakes, it's a tailback action. He has so much time. Look at the time that he had to throw the ball. March broke out into the right flat, was wide open underneath their Wolfman, or their Roverback, and big first down to the 47 or 44-yard line of Ohio.
A 26-yard play now. We have 23 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Ohio State in red, leading 3-0. Leach now.
Oh.
What a catch by Harold Woolfolk, the freshman. Al Washington forced him out of bounds, but not before the Wolverines have made their deepest penetration just inside the Ohio State 30.
Chris, he had two receivers open. He had the tight end breaking into the left flat, And of course he had Woolfolk coming out of the backfield, and it was a great catch by Woolfolk. Watch here, he fakes to him. Woolfolk avoids any of the blockers or the rushers, and then here's the pass that Woolfolk turns back, makes a great catch on, and Rick Leach could have also thrown to his tight end who was wide open in the left flat.
All right, now from the 30 of Ohio State, Rick Leach looks over the defenses. He has Feaster to the left. Clayton comes in tight on the line. You saw him, number 22, at the bottom of your screen. Good block by Davis. And here we have a touchdown to Feaster that we said was split to the far side. And Rick Leach now has been involved in 80 touchdowns in his 4-year career, more than any quarterback in the history of college football.
And that's his 15th touchdown pass of the year. And he got single coverage. Feaster beat his man individually, and you saw Rick Leach going to his left and putting the ball right on the numbers. It really wasn't on the numbers. The ball was a little low, but it was in front of the defender. And, of course, it's a touchdown for the Wolverines.
All right. A 70-yard drive, and on the fourth play, a 30-yard touchdown, putting Michigan ahead 6-3. Greg Wilner will try the point after with B.J. Dickey, number 10, holding. We have 9 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The conversion, perfect. So it is now 7-3 here at the Ohio State University. Harold, let's go back and get an end zone view of that beautiful touchdown by Michigan.
Well, this Rick Leach is really cool. He comes back, fakes to Woolfolk, has plenty of time to throw. He finds Feaster wide open to the inside. You can see him lead him, and he had one-on-one coverage, and that is awful tough when you get that much time to throw the football, Chris.
Another look from another angle.
Okay, Leach goes to his left, fakes the ball. He gets plenty of time, good blocking, and boy, it's right there. One-on-one, that's tough, tough, tough in today's modern athlete. Looks like they scored from all the angles we've got here. Looks like he scored 3 touchdowns, but it's just one. And he didn't wait to get the win in the second period. He took him right down the field, Chris.
9 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It's 7-3. Michigan leading. We have 4:47 remaining in the first half. Michigan leads 7-3. Donnelly in motion from the 25. And on the option, he slides along the line. Schleister, the quarterback, and Needham greets him there, along with Turgovac. Second down at about 10. And from the 26, may have gotten a couple of yards, Rick Volley. Fireman's fun flashback, along with the 2 bands, Michigan and Ohio State. Donnelly in motion. 3rd and 8. Schleister. Loose ball. Picked up by a Wolverine. Number 41, Andy Canavino. Jerry Meter knocked the ball loose. So it is a big turnover now in the closing moments of the first half, and Michigan gets the ball on a 3rd down fumble recovery. Capacity crowd as we take a break.
The reason that the Michigan got that football, they blitzed Schleister, put man-to-man coverage on, and they got to him before he could get the ball off.
So for Michigan, Canavino recovering the fumble, Feaster in motion. Oh, look at that hole. And taking advantage was Roosevelt Smith, the junior from Detroit, moving from the 32 out to the 48 of Michigan. A little more than 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Michigan with the ball, leading 7-3, 3rd and 6 right here at the 48 of Ohio State. A beautiful lead pass to Ralph Clayton, number 22, getting inside the 35 of Ohio State, moving it to 33.5. Another hard-fought Ohio State-Michigan game. There's the head coach of the Wolverines, Bo Schembechler. His team now with a 2nd down and 6 at the Ohio State 29. Time important now. 1:36 left in the first half. Michigan leading 7-3. Leach is 5 of 8. Poised, avoiding a big loss and getting a gain of about 3 yards, bringing up 3rd down and 3. Tom Cousineau was there to make the stop. Feaster and Clayton to the far side. A slot formation. Eye in the backfield. Leach. Clayton. Make it 26 Smith. Very, very close. for a first down. We'll look to the far sideline, and the head linesman is Todd Bell, covered on the play. It's third down at about a half yard at the Ohio State 13 with 52 seconds remaining in the first half. Michigan leading 7-3. Here it is. Leach wants it all. Oh, he was there but lost the ball. Johnson, Vince Skillings. Look at the pileup in the end zone. A beautiful lead pass to Gene Johnson, who couldn't find the handle. Skillings of Ohio State came in to recover the ball.
It's interesting whether or not he crossed that plane of glass. The official was right there to look at it. Leach comes back, has ample time. He throws the ball. Now let's see whether or not he crosses that. He rules it a possession. He runs. It is stripped just before he gets into the end zone. The ball falls at about the 1 foot line and recovered. A big break for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Instead of being a touchdown for Michigan, Ohio State has the ball.
Now look at this great athlete, Skillings. He not only knocks the ball loose, makes the tackle now. Guess who recovers the ball?
Here comes Skillings after he made, what a sensational play. Wow.
Is that desire?
And a big change.
And let's go to Bill Fleming.
Coach Bo Schembecker right now. Coach, I know you're disappointed not having 14 up there, but I'll tell you, your team has played great.
How's it look on television? I thought he's in the end zone.
It looked like it was a foot short.
Let's see. Our fellas thought they scored.
Okay. We'll be back with more of our halftime activities here in the Ohio Stadium.
Back again at Ohio Stadium. Sunshiny afternoon now as we have 11 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Ohio State getting the ball following a punt. Schleister made it laced, thrown for a loss by Curtis Greer, the senior right tackle from Detroit. 6 feet 5 inches tall. And from the 20, the ball will come back to about the 17, so it'll be second down and 13.
Now, coming into this ball game, he had created negative yardage of 41 yards on 7 involvements, and he just added on to that another 3 yards.
Dunley and Gerald set away as potential receivers for the first-year quarterback Schleister. Keeps it on the ground. Springs nearly breaks one here for the Ohio State Buckeyes. He is short of a first down. It'll bring up third down for OSU. Right, 3rd and 7 from the I. Flank to the right side, split end opposite. 3rd and 7.
Draw again.
Short. Ron Springs picking up a few yards, but it'll bring up a 4th down for Ohio State on their second possession of the second half, trailing 3-7 of the I formation. Second possession for the Wolverines, Rick Leach. 1st and 10 from the 31. They had 88 in the backfield. That was Johnson. Roosevelt Smith went wide, and it was Johnson, 88, who carried on the play, and he was the tight end. He and Doug Marsh alternate. Notre Dame and SC follow this game from the Coliseum in Los Angeles. And striving for the first down and getting it, junior Lawrence Reed of Philadelphia, number 23. Look at that full deck in the backfield using number 88, the tight end, right behind the quarterback, who comes this way, Johnson. Roosevelt Smith, an era. Most anyone could have gone through that hole.
That was beautifully blocked. They were deploying to come to the outside. The contained man came up the field and really opened up the seam. You'll see here Kelton Dantzler comes up the field. He's blocked out by the fullback. And, of course, he steps inside of it. Roosevelt Smith, good yardage. And they're blocking well on this drive.
7:26 remaining in the third quarter. Michigan 7, Ohio State 3. Lawrence Reed, the fullback. Second down and 6 now for Michigan. That's Marsh this time going in motion. And Marsh pulls it in. Akron, Ohio's Doug Marsh, 6'3", 230 pounds, a junior.
Chris, this is what Rick Leach does beautifully. He sets it up with the run off tackle, the run off tackle. Then he comes back with the same action, and the linebackers come and react to the run, and he's got a run action pass. Here it is again. He fakes to the I-back, the same action he's been successful with a run, and he lays the ball right in there to Marsh. and they're down in there deep.
Leach now is 8 of 14 for 128 yards and 1 touchdown from the 21. Woolfolk is in the lineup now. Again, a tight end in the backfield. Johnson, 88. Carrying is Woolfolk. Rick Leach, hoping for the Heisman Trophy. Only the second Michigan player to receive it. The other was the great Tom Harmon. Here's Leach. Third down and 8. Completes it to Reed. Reed is out of bounds inside the 10. It appears to be ahead of the forward stake as Bo Schembechler talks to his staff members upstairs, some 98 feet high above the playing field.
Great executed screen pass. The timing was just perfect. The blocks were set. Leach will come to his left, rolling out like he's going to throw the ball, turns back, throws the ball to the screen man, which is Lawrence Reed, and he picks up a first down at the 8.5-yard line.
From their own 31, they have now come to the 8 of Ohio State with a 1st and goal. Michigan leading 7-3, 5:43 remaining in the third quarter. Woolfolk the deep back in the eye. And Leach is inside the 5 to the 4. Here they come now from the end zone here at Ohio Stadium in Columbus. Third down, the snap will come from the 11. 4:18 to go, third quarter. Michigan leading 7-3. Leach. Touchdown, Roosevelt Smith.
What execution.
Perfection.
Woo.
And with a great trigger man, Rick Leach, his second touchdown toss of the afternoon, just beautifully done. And Smith, the junior from Detroit, brings it in.
Really, he was not the principal receiver on the play. As Leach came out, he was trying to hunt up Clayton when he had him one-on-one. He was covered, and he just dumped the ball off. It was an incredible piece of work by the quarterback.
Smith getting his 4th touchdown of the year. As Greg Wilner now will try the point after. 13-3 the score in the closing moments of the third quarter. Wilner's kick is up and good. A 69-yard sustained drive by the Wolverines era, and it is now 14-3, or it should be.
Well, the screen shows 13, but the extra point was good. It's 14-3. It was a great drive by Michigan. They ran, mixed up the plays well. Here's another look at it. Leach comes out. He's looking for Clayton here. He can't find him open. And you see that Roosevelt Smith just comes out to the outside. The man-to-man coverage is lost, who was supposed to be a linebacker. He lost him in this particular action because he thought Leach was trying to throw the ball to Clayton. So he reacts to that, and Roosevelt Smith is open and gets the score.
69 yards, the score coming on the 13th play. We'll be back after this. 14-3 the score with 4 minutes and 7 seconds. And you know, usually the players have a great deal of joy following a score, but watch this man.
Well, Bo is quite an enthusiastic guy. You'll see he reacts to the touchdown. Look at him jumping up and down. His jump reach isn't as good as mine, though. He was a tackle at Miami. That was the back. True that he had tough field position, and he's still dangerous back there, as you pointed out, Bill. He can scramble.
Second down at 15 from their own 21. He's got to scramble. And quick feet goes out of bounds on the far side of the field. Mike Jolly and Curtis Greer were on the chase, a messenger from Coach Woody Hayes. So with the ball at the 26, it's a third down and 10. Woody watching, along with you, with about 6.5 minutes to go in the game. Gerald completes one. Ron Springs pulls in a Ron Gerald pass, and Curtis Greer makes the stop.
Well, if they got any kind of special plays, this would be the time to pull them out, because if they punt the ball now to Michigan, Michigan's going to grind some more time off of that clock, and the opportunities for the Buckeyes are dwindling.
So now it's 4th down and 5. Gerald comes to the sideline. The punter, Tom Orris, is in. And the second guesser's in the crowd.
Well, it's a lot of time left, 5:59. You know, you could fumble back here. No, you got to punt the football here, Chris. No question about it. There it is. They tried this fancy one. Well, they tried it, and it didn't work.
Joel Payton, the sophomore. Well, when things go bad, they go really bad. Visually, there's the information. We're in the fourth quarter, 3:44 left, and Giesler has come back in the lineup and completes the pass to the quarterback he replaced, Rod Gerald. So across the field at the 48, first down Ohio State.
He'll put it up now.
Gerald to the near side of the field.
Uh-oh.
Oh, intercepted. Stepping in between was number 16, Mike Jolly, intended for Gerald, number 8, and Jolly comes in and intercepts Giesler. It's his 20th interception of the year, and Michigan now, as we look to the clock, 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go. They take over on an interception at their own 48.
Well, I think by unanimous agreement with Bill Fleming and you, Chris, and I don't think we can do anything but Rick Leach. He's the guy. He did a tremendous job, poised, experienced, seasoned, one of the greatest football players I think probably college football has seen because of the poise that he's demonstrated. He was 11 for 21 for 171 yards out here this afternoon, 2 touchdowns, and that's what's on the board right now. And it appears that Michigan will win this football game 14-3. I'll tell you this, Rick Leach had a lot to do with it.
So B.J. Dickey just trying to run out the clock, and Rick Leach with the 2 touchdown passes today, the 14 points on the board. Ohio State with a 29-yard field goal by Atha. They took the lead, but that was it. In the 75th meeting between these two schools, and Bo Schembechler has taken the measure of Woody Hayes 3 years in a row, and Michigan now will try to beat a Pac-10 team where they've had trouble with the Mara.
Well, they go to the West Coast. They've had their difficulties, but I'm sure that's the least thing that Bo Schembechler is worrying about right now. As you see him being carried off the field, he's delighted with the 3rd consecutive victory over the Buckeyes. That will take him to the Rose Bowl, and he has the Big Ten championship in addition.
Now, he's won 8 Big Ten championships. He'll be playing in the 5th Rose Bowl. They've already played in 1 Orange Bowl, so, you know, for really a young man, he's had a super career.
Well, I've got to say, Chris, he learned a lot when he was on my staff.
I realize that.
Oh, he's excited, isn't he?
Of course, he played for Woody Hayes at Miami of Ohio era, your alma mater.
Right, great
school. Then he came here to get his master, and he coached for Woody, and then you had him at Northwestern.
That's right. He was an offensive line coach at Northwestern. He's had a great background, and I'll tell you, when you look at his record, he's one of the, without question, one of the top college football coaches in the country, and he's demonstrated it once again
today.
So the
victors in the background, that traditional song written way back in the late 1800s for the University of Michigan at Ann Arbor. Final score, 14-3 before 87,000 fans.
Well, here I am with Rick Leach and a crush of people at the Ohio Stadium. Rick, a lot of men have ended their careers here at Ohio State for Michigan. I remember Harmon here back 38 years ago, but I'll tell you, nobody ever ended a career more gloriously than you did.
Thank you very much. Hey, Manson. Hey, quit pushing. Hey. Thank you very much. It was a great victory for our Michigan team. We've won 3 in a row from Ohio State. 2 of them have been down here, and it's the greatest feeling in the world.
All right. Thanks a lot, Rick. As you can see, it's a far cry from what it was when Rick was a freshman here 4 years ago. All right, back to you, Chris.